one of the natural parts of this is sometimes we, as in the roles that we're in, we get a little anxious. We want to support them and we want them to continue to go and live and prosper. And we get a little anxious when we don't see that natural momentum happening. And I like what Maureen said. It was Maureen. Yeah, Maureen said in the chat where the most active communities are those that are generally not directed at work. And I think that's a great way to think about this is maybe they start off talking about their best barbecue recipes and then it evolves into something else, right? Inevitably work's going to creep in. And now how can you create this community where it's okay to talk about how you smoke a brisket alongside how do you project manage something? And then those conversations become even richer. Yeah, and a community manager. Yeah, Chris. So talk a little bit more about that.
One of the things that we've done in the past is notice those communities that have distinct managers or distinct owners that are either trying to get them going or are really good at it. And we bring them together in a community for community owners and give it a space where these people can share. Here's where I struggle, or we haven't really seen engagement. What are you guys doing? And act as partners and help them to build their skills. But the other piece of it is we tout this as a development opportunity. It's a way for people who have knowledge or want to build their networks or want to help others build their network. It could be a development opportunity that they use to learn how to, or to show others, here's how I'm sharing my knowledge. And it's often, if you approach it that way, and whether you're reaching out to people or leaders are saying, hey, we need some more people for running this community, you can talk to them about who might be good for this in terms of this could be a good development opportunity for them. So that also helps too. But having a community for community managers is often quite helpful because then they will post from, hey, ooh, did you guys see they're having an event or, this. So it gets them engaged and everybody wants to help everybody else have a rich, I'm trying to work in a farm metaphor, but I'm lacking.
That's okay. I like that. A community for community managers. That's smart. That's really smart. Because I think it goes back to that assumption, where it goes back to that assumption where if you've got you've got the people in the workplace that are really good at doing X, so we're going to have them be trainers. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, I'm just really good at doing X. I'm not really good at training people. So I think that falls along that same line is, can we provide support? You don't have to put them into a community, but there's one there for them.
Exactly.
That they can take advantage of.
And we also try to tie it back to the real world. So these are skills they can take and use on LinkedIn. And we've had the pets and the, you name it, the foodie community and all of those communities. And we still invite those over because they're doing something that can spark for another group who maybe is an Excel group or, that, and everybody can learn from everybody else, but then tying it back to here's how you might leverage these skills professionally in LinkedIn or in other ways. That's also a really great way to get interest and for people to start to see, oh, this is valuable, both in and out of the organization.
I'm thinking about the comment here and it ties in nicely with what you were saying, Chris, this comment here from Maureen, which is, there are going to be people in the organization that are really good at a thing. And how can you tie them in? How can you point them in the direction or point other people into their direction? Right. And so if you've got somebody who is really good at, let's just throw out project management. Somebody's really good at that. Maybe there's, a community around managers or supervisors or other project members, maybe there's something there that could be built, naturally, and say, you guys all should get together because Maureen's really good at this. Have you thought about that? Or you've got somebody else who's really good. In Maureen's example there in the chat is somebody's really good writer. So they write great blogs.